Cheers. Welcome to the channel. This is a bonus full moon for the month of January tarot oracle reading. And Pisces, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Pisces, we still all have a little bit of Pisces in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Pisces in? That is where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Be aware that this is a general or collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, meaning it's a perfect time whenever you watch it. If it has been posted quite a bit and you're watching it in the future and it's been posted quite a ways ago, go back to when I posted it, what was going on for you then, and that may bring more clarity to your situation. We'll begin with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, and this is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is a rebel with a cause. He's a very passionate person, loves adventure, that's represented by, and the mysteries of the world, that's represented by the pyramids. And he is reining his horse in. This shows that he has, he's got this big red plume on the back of his helmet, showing that he can be a hothead, but he's learned to rein his emotions in. And so that's what the horse represents. And so this is a message coming in. The knights would work for the court, for royalty, for the king and the queen, delivering messages and protecting the castle, etc. And the energy that this represents is there's some form of communication coming in or a message coming out. And this is about, like in the old days, of course, the knight would deliver it by hand, and then he'd have to ride all the way back, sometimes a long distance. But nowadays we have, like at the click of a mouse, we have the information coming to us. So the communication could come in the form of a letter, a phone call, a text. It could be like a social media post, documents, that kind of energy. And then that's so the message coming in from this energy is the main underlying energy, and then we have justice coming in. This card's been coming up a lot, and we're seeing this a lot in the world right now. There's a lot of information coming out that bringing clarity to a lot of situations, if you watch the news at all. And so justice is, this card is representing the internal forces. So this is what you have control of, and it'll be on the bottom part of this reading in the spread here. So this is representing whether, you can't control what other people do, but you can control whether you react or respond to it and how you do so. So justice is representing becoming neutral to two extremes, like good and bad, light and dark, positive, negative, weak, strong, that kind of energy. And so justice is when things get evened out. And so when you become neutral to the extremes, then you're able to be neutral to anything that comes in between. And we have this energy here. This represents the veil, represents the veil between spirituality and the 3D world, so 3D and 5D. So this is talking about spiritual justice as well as justice in the 3D. We have another knight coming in now. And this knight, it's talking about, this is the slowest moving knight. Like you look at the difference in their energy. So this knight is, his element is the pentacle. And the pentacle is about health, wealth, and happiness in the 3D world, bringing that energy down to earth. This is the slowest moving knight out of all the knights. You can see his horse is at a total standstill. And he looks like he's surveying the land, trying to make sure he knows exactly which direction to go. He's bringing in some information regarding a pentacle. And of course, this can represent money as well as because it is an energy. Money is an energy, and it represents health, wealth, and happiness. And then we have strength. So this is talking, this young woman is reaching into this lion. This is a mature lion, so it's kind of a scary thing to do. But she is reaching in to prove to herself that she can face her fears. And you notice the lion's being submissive. It's got its tail tucked under and it's in a submissive position, even though it's a full-grown lion. So this means that she is conquering her fears, and that's what it represents. And every time she conquers some of her fears from her inner self, her potential increases, her ability increases. Also keeping in mind that all the characters in the tarot are actually archetypes. So this could be a male in their masculine energy or a female in their masculine energy. And this could be a male also in their feminine energy, as well as a male or a female in their feminine energy, put it that way. And so this is about having the strength and the courage to face your fears and to look inward and look at your shadow side and figure out, who you are and what, where you're going. And right then after that, we have the destiny coming in. So the Wheel of Fortune. And so this card is the 10th card in the journey that the Joker, or not the Joker, the Fool takes on his journey in the major arcana. So that's at the 0 point. The Fool begins a new cycle, a new journey. And then the wheel around, he gets to the 10th card, and when that card shows up, it means that the wheels of fortune are turning in his fate. And this represents Sagittarius energy, and this also represents Sagittarius energy. So the Piscean energy, we don't see any of the water signs coming up yet. We see pentacles here, and we see fire, passion to move forward. And this is about, this is indicating that you are on your destined path. Also, we have that full moon coming up on the 3rd of January. And I just want to talk about that for a minute here, because this energy is coming in very strong. Before I talk about that, I'm going to explain what the energy of moving out of 2025 into 2026 is way more powerful than just the other past years, because 2 + 2 + 5 = 9. 9 represents the end of a cycle, and it's a 10-year cycle. It's almost a decade of energy coming to a close. And as we move into 2026, it's 2 + 2 + 6 is 10, and that adds up to 1 + 0 is 1. So it's a brand new beginning, a brand new cycle. So it's going to feel very different. We're going to notice this new year coming in. And then right after that, we have the full moon. And the full moon is in Cancer. And Cancer energy is like, if you think about the stage of life is like of an adolescent girl that's just beginning her cycles. So the whole hormonal thing, she hasn't mastered that yet, if we ever do, right? And she is like very volatile and up and down in her energy and weepy and that, and that kind of energy. So the Cancer energy in general is more of an introverted energy as it is. Cancer energy is the glyph that represents Cancer is the crab. And the thing about the crab is that they love their home so much they carry it on their back, so they never really have to leave it. And so that's kind of the Cancer energy. And the Cancer energy is ruled by the moon. So it's this full moon coming up is going to be extra emotional, extra volatile kind of that way, because it's really going to amplify that Cancer energy. And then on the right across the wheel in the horoscopes, we have Capricorn sits right across from the Cancer energy. And the Capricorn energy, we just moved into that energy on the 21st, 22nd of December from the Sagittarian energy. So the Sagittarian energy is about, adventure and that. And the Capricorn energy is, okay, you had the adventure, now let's get to work. And so the glyph representing the Capricorn energy is the sea goat. And so it's a mountain goat on the top, at the front end, and on the back end it has a tail of a dolphin. So imagine a mountain goat climbing a mountain with a fishtail, and that's the energy, total determination. Capricorn energy is the most advanced or the most mature of the pentacle energy, ruled by Saturn. So it's really powerful energy. This is someone that loves to build like businesses and corporations and developments, and they're most image conscious of all the signs. They love to shop, they love brands, they love, the finer things in life. That's the energy of Capricorn. It's their job to bring what is just a thought down to earth. And they are they'll work really hard. They'll be very diligent and take consistent steps of action to reach their goals. And that energy is sitting across from this Cancer energy. And so Cancer's saying, just want to stay in bed and eat comfort food and cry. And the Capricorn energy is saying, no, let's go climb a mountain. Let's go build a business. Let's do that right now, today, kind of energy. And in along with in this Capricorn energy, we also have the sun. And so the sun is, the most high, shedding light on things. So that the sun is shining right back at this Cancer energy, and it's exposing any hidden secrets. It's coming out. The truth will be coming out. And then we have we also have Mars in that, mixed in there. And Mars is a very aggressive planet. And Aries is ruled by Mars. And Aries is like that newborn baby that comes in. And, when they're unhappy, it. The only way they can communicate that is to cry and be as loud as they can. And that's the energy, is like really like having to really be heard kind of energy, and above the other noise. And then we also have the Venus is also in that sign. So it's all about matters of love. And that's the Taurus energy. And that energy is talking about, and it's also the Libra energy, but like it's, at this level, it's the toddler energy. And toddlers are super lovable and they're adorable and they're learning so much. But the one thing you notice about them, they don't really like to share. And that's the give and take of life. They have to learn that. And they'll throw temper tantrums. And so that's the energy that we're in, like moving into this full moon. And, if you feel a full moon, generally people will start to really feel it about 3 days before the full moon and after. So it hits right on New Year's Day. So that's why we're moving into this one 10-year-old decade-long cycle into another. And we're also having all this full moon energy and it's opposing, and it's really dramatic and really aggressive. And, and there could be a lot of surprising elements to it. So that's kind of if you're feeling it already, that's the energy, right? It's very intense energy. And it's saying, like, be very careful. Don't get into battles that you don't need to get into. And, chill out a little bit, and allow this energy to work for you instead of working against you. And then we have, rowing off to calmer waters with God. Like, you would be better off to, like, if you feel like your intuition is telling you you're supposed to go out, but you're like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to go out. And then you find out after, you decide, oh, I'm just going to stay home and meditate. And that might seem really boring way to start the new year off. But in the meantime, you find out the next day there was a big fight and da-da-da, and everybody was dramatic, and they're still talking about it like a month later, and it actually made the news. It was that bad, That's the kind of energy I'm talking about. So rowing off from troubled waters to calm waters would not be a bad idea. And it's also talking about having the courage to face your inner fears here. And like the swords represent your thoughts and your mind. So it's about really being able to discipline your mind at this time so you don't give in to all the drama, right? And the thing is if you're raised with drama when you're younger and you're in this place where you're calm, sometimes that feels like boredom. It feels like there's something wrong because there's no drama. And so a lot of times people will create drama because they're uncomfortable when there is no drama. It sounds funny, but that's the way, a lot of times, the reason why. We also have this energy coming in. This is this message about the pentacle. This is the first pentacles we have coming in. So this energy is talking about, okay, this is someone who's very hard at work, and this is the only card out of all of the pentacle cards where the person is actually working on the coin, like the actual coin. So this is about making money. And sometimes it can be about making money that, that doesn't exist, pulling it out of the air like some governments do, that kind of energy. So we have like this energy of either this, maybe you've received this pentacle or information about some project or whatever, and you've started it, and you're on the second one, and you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. Or you're coming to the end of a project, and that's what the pentacle, maybe someone wants to invest in it or something like that. It's that kind of energy. And then we have the moon coming in to represent the Cancer energy. Again, saying this is the full moon, the new moon, and the sun. And this is talking about, this is a lobster, not a crab, but it's coming out of the troubled waters. And it's like being vulnerable enough to go along your path. And you have to pass the domestic dog and the wild wolf to get through those two pillars. And that's the job of the Fool. And that's the energy that you need to be in, is stay on your path. Don't get distracted. Don't get pulled off to the side and get into arguments with people that you don't need to. And so this energy here is your self-identity, your self-image, how you're feeling right now about yourself. So this is like waiting for some information to come in about a project that you've been working on, something that is matters to you for your wealth, health, and happiness. And then we have the abundance here. So this is your self-worth. Feeling like, yeah, this is a good time for me to really look at the way I'm doing things and how much of that is coming from my subconscious mind in the way I was brought up. And is there anything I could change to do things in a better way? And then we have the communication in your early life. So this is talking about someone that's on their destined path. Someone that's been raised in a way, understands, work and money and all of that. And this is saying that the wheels of fortune are clicking in your favor now. And this, you notice this is the 10 years. So it's like talking about 2026 energy. So if you've been waiting for this project to come to fruition, or to hear from someone that's like interested in investing in it or something like that, this is saying in 2026 this information is likely to come in one way or the other. And then we have, this is about rowing off to calmer shores. I'm just getting this energy of like this is the emotion we're seeing of the Pisces energy and going really deep. So it's saying like for this boat to move forward and for this person to heal their inner child, which that sometimes can represent, we have to go really deep, because this person's not going to be able to move this boat unless he takes that pole and really digs it in and goes down deep into the mud to push the boat forward and get it out of the rough waters to get into the smooth. And then we have this is regarding creativity. And it also is your position for romance and children, like family energy. And so this energy is like this justice is coming in. Like there's someone is passionate about delivering this justice. That's the energy. So the justice could just be as simple as someone that has seen how much work you've put into something and they want to invest in it. And then this energy here is talking about watch out for, this is your health and your daily routines and your habits. And I feel like it's saying again, if you're feeling this energy of like, maybe I won't go out because I feel like this volatile energy, listen to your intuition, because this energy, I should actually have it this way to match the other ones, but this energy is talking about this moon is going to be volatile, and it could end up being a distraction that you don't need in your life. So that's pretty calm, Pisces, compared to some of the others. And look at, this is saying if you stay on course and you don't get distracted, this money, I feel like maybe someone wants to invest in a project. And this is talking about having the lifestyle. So the Pentacles isn't just about money, it's part of it. Like it's raining coins. But the energy is more about health, wealth, happiness, like having the perfect partner that you love, and having children and pets, and having the time, like the mansions in the background. It looks like a really good neighborhood. And You have time to stop and chat with the neighbors, that kind of energy, like the all-American dream. And that's, again, saying 2026, it's 10. That's the new energy coming in for you. This is a beautiful reading, Pisces. Okay, and then this is something you've always wished for. This is the wishing card. So it's talking about, the energy here is talking about this person is sitting on the stage and like they're highly favored and they're destined for success. And they already have 9 cups. And the cups represent a lot of times romantic love, but they also can represent things you love to do and things you love to be. But maybe you see there's 1 cup missing, and we don't have any cups of love here. We have passion, and we have pentacles, but we don't, and we have work and destiny, but we don't have like really any love here. So perhaps that's the one thing that's missing in your life, and that's what you're wishing for. And so, of course, you can love yourself, but you want to have someone else to love, so that has to come in as an external force. So the external forces are like, here you're asking, what if this happens? What if I do this? What if that happens? What if I do that? What if this happens? And this energy is talking about outside forces coming in, external forces, like what happened? What happened here? Or what didn't happen? Why don't I have, like I have all this, but I don't have the love of my life kind of energy. That's what I feel. And so this is a wishing card, something that I feel like you've been wishing for. It's the same color here, you know? And maybe you've been working very hard at getting yourself into place to be able to have a family and ask someone to marry you or something like that, but they just haven't come up. You know, you don't want to settle. You want to settle down, but you don't want to settle for someone that you don't really love and that doesn't really love you. And so this energy is like talking about a wish. And so this is something you've always wanted since you were a child, but it's, you know, like you see the energy here. When in body language, if someone is sitting like this with their feet turned out, it means they're leaking energy and it's draining them. And this is having like kind of a closed heart. So you may have been in romantic relationships in the past. You even have trophies for your suffering, but you haven't really found the one that you want to be with. And so let's see what happens. You have a strong foundation. This is also representing making money. So this represents having a strong foundation. This is about playing it safe, sometimes not taking the risk. And maybe that's the area of life. Because remember, the pentacles also, they don't just mean money. They mean health, wealth, happiness, overall fulfillment of how your lifestyle is. And so this energy, I feel like there's a lot of pentacles here that you've been focused on the pentacle, and maybe now it's saying, hey, now you need to start focusing on your heart's desires. And then we have the Queen of Wands coming in. Well, the Queen of Wands is maybe represents this message of passion coming in, because here's the Queen of Wands. She's sitting on her throne, and she has her hand on the wand, and this represents action and fire. Like she's very fiery. She's considered to have like a very sunny disposition. She follows the sun. Like that's, you know, she has a really good outlook on life. And she is known for being able to use her intuition as well as her logic to come to creative solutions. And you notice that this banner here is it's very much the same as this, or this veil. And so this might be the kind of woman that you've always been wishing for. She's considered one of the sexiest of all the queens, and she doesn't really care what people say or talk about her. She sets the tone, so she's, you know, she doesn't even notice really. She's busy dealing with, like, she's someone that she understands when the problems come up. But she also understands that she would rather look for creative solutions than focus on problems. And another thing is she has this little black cat here, and a lot of people don't want black cats because they think they're bad luck, but she doesn't believe in bad luck. She believes in moving forward with her solutions. And look at happiness, the ultimate fulfillment, the 10th cup. So the justice, I feel, is someone coming in for that one thing that's missing in your life, and that there's going to be an opportunity coming in here. And look at, this is again the 10. This is like 2026 again. So what this is saying is get out there and meet people so that you can see, bump into this person or whatever. It's also saying like this is, you've been playing it safe when it comes to love. Maybe you've been hurt in the past and you just want to play it safe, but you need to put yourself out there to be able to meet this person, because there is someone out there for you. And look at this. This is like that Sagittarian energy again about the passion. So this is coming up like, this is also the card of conception. So this can represent actually conceiving a baby in the future here, right? So if you're wanting to start a family, that could be happening. And the energy, look at it, it's that same energy. Like Sagittarius has the bow and arrow and they're like centaur. So this is about that passion coming through. And so this could be, the Queen of Wands is considered like a very passionate, sexy woman, someone that would be a lot of fun for you to be with. And also someone that I feel like you would want to have a family with, because that's what's being represented here. Like the arrows of the Sagittarius, boom, 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 they land perfectly in order. Really, really nice reading for you, Pisces. This is really good. Oh, I forgot to get from the bottom of the deck the underlying energy here for, okay, look at that. This is for the external forces. So the underlying energy is this passionate communication coming in is like, this is conviction beyond a doubt. This is like, you may have been interested, passionate with other people, but this one you are holding with your close to your heart. And this is also talking, look at, this person has a boot and a shoe on. So maybe you've already met this person. And like, this is you going like, man, I got to get there and I've got to ask them out, kind of energy. And before you were focused on business, but now you're focused on passion. And like, because again, it's these wands, I feel. This is like the 7 and this is the 8. So that would be that last wand coming in. Isn't that cool? And I forgot to put that card down until the end here. So if you're enjoying this, like and comment, please. It really, really does help me build my channel and I appreciate it. Also, I'm going to clarify these cards with my oracle. And my oracle is Tales from the Vector. And I have a website, talesfromthevector.com, and that's TAILS from thevector.com. And so I've been working on this oracle for since 2007, and in 2020 I finished all the paintings. There's 64 of them. Some of them are great big dragons flying through the sky, through the cosmos. They're courtesy of Intergalactic Federation of Light. And I'm just gathering information now to bring it out. In the description box below, I will have the numbers of the cards as they show up in the gallery on my website, talesfromthevector.com, TAILS. And you can check it out there after if you're interested and you want to see them. Here we have from the bottom of the deck, we're going to clarify the Knight of Wands here. Okay, so this is about your intuition. So this is like, you're really feeling, I think you've already met this person or just met this person, or you're just about to meet this person. Like, this is past, present, or future. And that's why I'm saying, if you're watching this and like it's been a little while since I put this reading out, take a look back at what was happening when I posted this, because that might give you some more clarity. Maybe you bumped into someone and they've been on your mind. This is talking about following your third eye. You follow your intuition. If you're feeling like, oh, I should ask this person out, what you don't have anything to lose, ask them out. And then look at, again, the moon. And so this is my moon card is about, how like that gypsy energy, like we're talking about this energy of being domestic or being wild, right? And so, maybe you've been struggling with commitment. So but the moon's, this card says reckless abandon, WRECK, because you have learned to discipline your mind. And when you discipline your mind, then you can have freedom. Like that's true freedom. And it's really funny because it's sitting on the justice. And I feel like you're a person that's really, been walking the line, doing everything as best you can, a good person, and that you deserve this. You deserve to have this love, and then you will have this ultimate fulfillment, like what you feel it is, right? And so this is about manifesting. This is the Earth Star manifesting what you want, and I'm getting you're already very good at that because we're talking about making money and then this energy coming in towards you, right? And then look at this. I feel like you have this justice again is saying for you to go inward and really be willing to face your fears and figure out why didn't these relationships work out, shed some light on it. And that energy is coming in for you now. We have the transition happening on destiny. So like this is like meant for you, like and whatever was happening before when it came to your love life, it feels like, okay, that cycle's over and now you're moving into this new cycle. That's what transition means. And it's talking about not just death, but also birth. So, this kind of, and perhaps you have met this person and you have conceived a child and now you're thinking, was this someone I should marry? And the answer is yeah, like it could work out to be a really good thing. And look at rowing off to calmer waters with God, like to do some meditation on this. And what comes up, the lovers. Perhaps you have already conceived a child with this person and that's what you're, and then, speak of a loving little being. Here's my cat, Stella. She just woke up and realized I'm doing a reading without her. Hi, baby. Yeah, be a good girl. We're almost done here. And then, hey, look at this, heart chakra. All your hard work is paid off here. This is like falling stars. So this is my heart chakra dragon, and she's flying through the sky. And she has, she's pink and green, and she's falling upside down. And her saying is, falling and failing in love is a matter of I. And this is about the heart chakra. This is about being unfettered in your love, not having worries or concerns because it's your, a really good match for you. And in the past, like this, I feel like this dissension card is just saying that on some level, maybe all your friends are like already married and stuff, and they're having kids, and you're thinking, and you go to them and you take advice from them. Don't ever ask married people for advice about dating, because some of them probably haven't dated in like 10 years, right? Like, and that's the other thing, like with this energy coming in, like in between 2025 and 2026. It's the end of a 10-year cycle. Maybe your friends all started getting married 10 years ago and you're asking them for dating advice and they haven't dated for like 10 years, So that's the kind of energy. Then we have the chariot is actually defining the external forces. And this is also talking about your commitment in marriage, this house right here. So, and this is talking about transformation in your life and your higher learning and everything you've learned already. So I feel like, that's really coming in, and this is your public image, like, being able to be in a position, seen as someone who's actually maybe planning to get engaged here, and blessings coming in, friends. And this is about spirituality and secrets coming out and endings. Like, so I feel like this is confirming the end of the cycle. Moving into this new energy, but it also can be talking about birth here, right? I really am feeling that energy for some people. And then we have Taurus energy, giving and receiving. That's with your partner. Yeah. And then we have a foolhardy journey. Like, so this is saying you can anticipate the future. You're going to love it. I feel like it's really, really good energy. And then we have degradation. This is talking about feeling ashamed in some way, maybe about these past relationships. Like, I just am getting you're the kind of person that maybe you're more in that Cancer energy and you don't get out as much as other people. or you're a party animal and you're changing your ways now. So it's kind of like you're kind of like, what's wrong with me that I can't find the right person? I feel like if you haven't, you're about to. And especially if you're putting that energy out, okay, I'm ready for marriage kind of thing, or I'm ready to settle down now. And hey, there's like some people take longer to come to that, and some people never want that. So it's not anything to be ashamed of. When you're ready, you're ready. And so this is talking about traditional structure, the Hierophant, and that's on a spiritual level as well as in matters of the earth. So I feel like this could be like marriage. You know, the Hierophant is someone that would have the an official that would be able to marry people. And then, yeah, total permission for your authentic desires. I like that a lot. That's really good. And this is also sitting on this spiritual energy here, because this last house is about spiritual matters and you know, like, and if there's anything that's more of a spiritual gift than anything, it's a new baby on the way. Someone that, you know, if you conceive that kind of energy. And then look at this. The last one is, hey, this adolescent moon again, this Cancer moon coming in. That's on the 3rd of January. So, and it says engaged versus entrenched. Maybe you're thinking about proposing to someone and you're wondering, should I do it? Should I do it? And this is saying, why not do it on the full moon? If it's something that you already have been mulling over and you've gone, you know, and meditated over it, and you know without a doubt now you have that this is what you want to do, then why not do it on, you know, now, like, or on the 3rd with the full moon when the energy is all like, you know, because like, look at this. This is, the Chariot is on this energy when you know what you know without a doubt. Yeah. I really like this energy, Pisces. This was an awesome reading. I hope you've also enjoyed it. Please give it a like and comment if you have. It's a beautiful love story. And consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel. And I will have another reading for you mid-month. Bye for now, Pisces. Sorry, Stella, I know you were just about to purr and go to sleep. Okay.